Welcome everyone to the ultimate chocolate fondant recipe. Get ready to embark on a culinary adventure that will tantalize your taste buds and leave you craving more. This dessert isn't just any dessert, it's a showstopper. Rich, decadent, gooey, and surprisingly easy to make. Imagine the look on your guests' faces as they take their first bite into this molten chocolate masterpiece. Whether you're baking with family, creating cherished memories in the kitchen, or impressing friends with your newfound baking prowess, this recipe is designed for everyone, from novice bakers to seasoned pros. So gather your ingredients, preheat your ovens, and let's get started on this unforgettable chocolate journey. We're about to unlock the secrets to creating a dessert that's both elegant and incredibly satisfying. Prepare to be amazed at how simple it is to achieve such a sophisticated and delicious result. All right, let's talk ingredients. To bring this chocolate dream to life, here's what you'll need. First, we have 3 large eggs, which will provide structure and richness to our fondant. Next, we'll add 3 egg yolks. These are the secret to that extra creamy and decadent texture that makes this dessert so irresistible. Then we'll need 100 grams of granulated sugar, providing the perfect touch of sweetness to balance the dark chocolate. Following that, we have 100 grams of heavy whipping cream. This will add moisture and create a smooth, velvety consistency. Of course, we can't forget 100 grams of unsalted butter, contributing to the richness and melt-in-your-mouth quality of the fondant. To give it some body, we'll use 100 grams of all-purpose flour, just enough to hold everything together without making it too dense. And last, but certainly not least, the star of the show, 250 grams of high-quality dark chocolate. Choose a chocolate with a cocoa content of at least 70% for the best flavor. Make sure you have all of these ingredients measured out and ready to go before we start baking. Having everything prepped will make the process smoother and more enjoyable. Now let's get cooking. First, we're going to combine the butter and heavy cream in a medium-sized saucepan. Place the saucepan over medium heat and gently bring the mixture to a boil. Keep a close eye on it as you don't want it to boil over. As soon as you see bubbles forming around the edges and the mixture starts to simmer rapidly, it's time to take it off the heat. This step is crucial because we want the butter to melt completely into the cream, creating a smooth and emulsified base for our chocolate fondant. Once it boils, immediately take it off the heat to prevent scorching or curdling. Scorching can give your fondant a bitter taste, and curdling will affect the texture, so it's important to be vigilant. Set the saucepan aside for now, and let's move on to the next step. Next up, melting the chocolate. There are a couple of ways you can do this. You can use a double boiler, which is a gentle and foolproof method, or you can melt it in the microwave in short intervals. If you're using a double boiler, fill a saucepan with a couple of inches of water and bring it to a simmer. Place a heat-proof bowl on top of the saucepan, making sure the bottom of the bowl doesn't touch the water. Add the chopped dark chocolate to the bowl and let it melt slowly, stirring occasionally until it's smooth and glossy. If you prefer the microwave method, place the chopped chocolate in a microwave-safe bowl and heat it in 30-second intervals, stirring in between each interval. This will prevent the chocolate from burning. Continue heating and stirring until the chocolate is completely melted and smooth. Once the chocolate is melted, set it aside to cool slightly while we prepare the other ingredients. The melted chocolate should be luscious and inviting, a testament to the deliciousness that awaits. Now let's move on to the eggs and sugar. In a large bowl, crack in the 3 whole eggs and add the 3 egg yolks. Then pour in the 100 grams of granulated sugar. Using a whisk, vigorously whisk together the eggs, egg yolks, and sugar until they are fully incorporated. You want to whisk the mixture until it becomes pale and slightly thickened. This process usually takes about 2 to 3 minutes. The goal is to create a light and airy base that will contribute to the perfect texture of the fondant. As you whisk, you'll notice the mixture becoming lighter in color and increasing in volume. This is a sign that you're on the right track. Keep whisking until the mixture forms a ribbon when you lift the whisk. This means it's ready for the next step. Time to combine the chocolate with the egg mixture. Gently pour the melted chocolate into the bowl with the egg and sugar mixture. Using a rubber spatula, carefully fold the chocolate into the egg mixture until everything is evenly combined. Be gentle and avoid overmixing, as this can deflate the mixture and affect the final texture of the fondant. You want to see a uniform, rich brown color throughout the mixture, indicating that the chocolate is fully incorporated. Make sure to scrape down the sides and bottom of the bowl to ensure that no chocolate or egg mixture is left unincorporated. This step is crucial for creating a smooth and consistent batter. Now, for the final touch, the flour. Sifting the flour is an important step to prevent any lumps or imperfections in the texture of your fondant. Using a sifter or a fine mesh sieve, sift the 100 grams of all-purpose flour directly into the chocolate mixture. This will ensure that the flour is evenly distributed and that there are no clumps that could affect the texture of the final product. Once the flour is sifted in, gently whisk all the ingredients together until just combined. Be careful not to overmix, as this can develop the gluten in the flour and make the fondant tough. You want to mix until the flour is fully incorporated and the batter is smooth and glossy. If you prefer, you can use an electric mixer on low speed to combine the ingredients. Just be sure to mix for a short amount of time to avoid overmixing. The batter should be thick and luscious, ready to be poured into the molds. Now, it's time to prepare your molds. Lightly grease your fondant molds with butter or cooking spray to prevent the fondants from sticking. You can use ramekins, individual muffin tins, or any other oven-safe molds you have on hand. Once the molds are greased, carefully pour the chocolate batter into each mold, filling them about 3/4 full. This will allow the fondants to rise slightly in the oven without overflowing. If you want to add a special touch, you can place a small square of dark chocolate or a raspberry in the center of each mold before baking. This will create an extra burst of flavor when you bite into the warm fondant. Once the molds are filled, gently tap them on the counter to release any air bubbles. This will ensure that the fondants bake evenly and have a smooth surface. All right, let's get these beauties into the oven. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 200 degrees Celsius. Make sure your oven is fully preheated before you put the fondants in, as this will ensure that they bake properly. Once the oven is preheated, carefully place the filled molds on a baking sheet and transfer them to the oven. Bake for 5 to 7 minutes, depending on the size of your molds and your oven's temperature. The baking time is crucial for achieving the perfect molten center. You want the outside of the fondant to be firm and set, while the inside remains soft and gooey. To check if the fondants are done, insert a toothpick into the center of one of them. The toothpick should come out with moist crumbs attached, indicating that the center is still molten. If the toothpick comes out clean, the fondant is overbaked and the center will be dry. Keep a close eye on the fondants while they're baking, as they can go from perfectly molten to overbaked in a matter of minutes. And there you have it, the ultimate chocolate fondant recipe. I hope you enjoyed creating this decadent dessert as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more delicious recipes and baking tips. Your support helps us create more content that you'll love. If you like this video and want more mouth-watering recipes, check out our channel. We have a wide variety of desserts, main courses, and appetizers that are sure to impress. Don't forget to share this recipe with your friends and family, and let us know in the comments how your chocolate fondants turned out. Happy baking, everyone!